Hi, Gil from Testing Gil here, and today I want to talk about the page object model. We all have patterns. Take for example the singleton. I even did a video about this a while back, you can check it here. While we can argue if singletons are evil or not, they're not. You tell me singleton and I'll know exactly and immediately what you're talking about. Patterns are just really conversational shorthand. If you're new to web testing, you've probably heard or seen the term page object model mentioned. Basically, the page object model is a shorthand. It's a pattern. Basically, it says, put all the code that handles one page in one place. That's it. It's a way to organize your code. I was part of a recent discussion about why we consider the page object model a special pattern. And if you've been doing web testing for a while, think about it. How many patterns do you actually use that have such a fancy name? The page object model seems special, but it really isn't. But it's a pattern you actually do want to use. So what's cool about it? Nothing much. But it is built on 3 software principles that we've been using for what, like 60 years? Here's an example. This is my all-time favorite application, the registration application, and it has 2 pages. One is the main page of the registration, and the second is the thank you page, where you go after you completed the registration. I can write a test for the registration process like this. Everything is in there, and I mean everything. The test is bloated, and it contains many elements that handle both pages. Any change in the pages themselves will impact and require modification in the test. So here's the first principle, separation of concerns. If code A deals with page A and code B deals with page B, let's separate them. Put them in separate modules. Now, if one of the pages changes, we know which code to change and the other is not impacted by it, no side effects. And of course, maintainability issues solved. So here are the 2 page objects. Here's the registration page object and the thank you page. No cross-contamination. Let's talk about the second principle, encapsulation, hiding the details of implementation from the user. In our case, the test. This way, if there are changes in the page object, the test doesn't need to know about it. Let's look at the test using the pages. Look at it. What don't you see here? What you don't see are locators, the technical stuff of handling the page. That means that, for example, the page itself can change from a button to a cell in a table that looks and acts like a button. And the page doesn't need to know about it and therefore does not need to change. I can also change the test from using Playwright to using Selenium without any modifications. Almost. That's because most of the mechanical, the technical stuff is in the page object, not in the test. Encapsulation hides details. It reduces coupling. And this is a very good thing from a maintainability point of view. Let's talk about the final principle, abstraction. This is the test I showed you. It uses the page objects methods. Currently, they look like they're operating elements, but I can rewrite the test, and I can just rename the methods to insert a bit of meaning into them. With renaming the method, I can introduce the intent of the test and how it's going to use the things on the page, like this. Now we can see not the element manipulation, but the real intent of the story that's going on in the test. The scenario, the workflow and the steps that we're going through as the user thinks and operates the page. And while the meaning stays the same, the implementation details can change and the test will not be affected. In fact, it will only get much clearer to the other readers. This way, when the test fails, we can see the test steps that we went through as the user did it, not like Playwright did it. The page object model is not special. It's just shorthand for 3 very good software principles, ones we should be using all the time. It's a great pattern, and we do love our patterns. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. And also check out other videos on this channel. And in the comments, tell me about the first time you used the page object model. Did it feel special? Did it feel like it's going to save you a ton of work? Or was it just another pattern that you've used? See you next time. Bye-bye.